Are you tired of your lifestyle? Do you feel tired every time? Is your belly fat increasing? Your clothes no longer fit? You feel insecure about your shape? I'm here to inform you that there is a great chance that you may be at risk, or you have a condition that I would like to call metabolic syndrome. Hello viewers, my name is Nachimuli Shalom, and I'm a student at Kyambogo University pursuing a degree in human nutrition and dietetics. I'm very honored to be presenting to you today. Let's kick into what we call metabolic syndrome. What is metabolic syndrome? What are the causes of metabolic syndrome, the effects, and how we're going to go about it? So, on behalf of the nutrition sector in Kyambogo University, we are here to solve your issues, to bring information that you may be very much aware, may be very much informed about your lifestyle and about the condition that affect you. So let's kick in. What is metabolic syndrome? Metabolic syndrome is not just a sickness or a condition, but this is a cluster of different conditions that put you as an individual at risk of developing life-threatening conditions. So, what are the examples of those risk factors? You may ask yourself. The number one risk factor that you may have, or the risk factor that you may, something that you may look at and be like, I may be having metabolic syndrome, or maybe at risk of actually developing stroke, heart attack, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, anything to mention but a few. Number one thing is an increasing waist circumference. Now this is very much common, especially in adults. I'm speaking from Uganda. Adults in Uganda, both women and men. For us, we have a perception, especially I think it's a mindset, that when people have an increased waist circumference or belly fat, they actually possess more wealth than those ones who have a smaller waist circumference. This is a wrong perception, and I'm here to inform you that it is high time you changed your mind and you transformed to knowing that this is just actually it's a condition that puts you at a greater risk of developing life-threatening conditions. The next risk factor is a high level of triglycerides in your blood that is examined in the lab, of course, in the hospital. The next thing you can also look at maybe is a high level of fasting blood sugar or blood glucose. Another thing you can also look at is the low levels of high density lipoproteins in blood. That's what we call the good cholesterol. Yeah. So, how do we diagnose metabolic syndrome? The diagnosis of metabolic syndrome, how do you classify that this person is actually having metabolic syndrome? We don't just look at any of these. You may have one of these conditions, but actually you don't have metabolic syndrome. It's only when an individual has 3 or more of these conditions that you may classify them as being or having metabolic syndrome. And Uganda in particular has been well known for many of its public health problems that are related to nutrition deficiencies and lifestyle changes. So, we are going to talk about these infectious diseases, nutrition deficiencies, and lifestyle changes. Now, what I can talk about is that, however, there has been an increased rate of nutritional transition and the lifestyle changes that are brought about by industrialization, as you know. And this has led to an exponentially increased rate of chronic non-communicable diseases and overnutrition, overeating. Now, not to mention the diabetes, the high triglyceride levels and chronic heart attacks, and these conditions, as a sum, have led to a high rate of high mortality rates globally, not only in Africa but globally. So we're going to dive into the data. What does the data say? The World Health Organization. How are we going to look at the metabolic syndrome as a threat to our economy and a threat to our country as much? When I look at it, according to recent research, they have shown that the prevalence of metabolic syndrome in adults is actually higher than that in children. When I say adults, I mean those that are above 18 years. And according to recent research, they're showing that adults above 18 years of age have a 35.1% chance of getting metabolic syndrome as compared to children who have a 13.3% chance of getting. Now, when we talk about adults, again, there is a more specific data that deals with adults. It's showing that females in adults have a greater chance of actually getting metabolic syndrome as compared. Now, females, the data is showing that they have a 36.9% chance of getting metabolic syndrome as compared to men that have a 26.7% chance of getting metabolic syndrome. What does that mean? Where does that differ? This is showing us that as females, we must be very careful of our health, both pre-conception and after conception. Yeah, we have to be very careful for food we eat, our lifestyles, the exercises we take. We have to be very cautious of all these because we are at a greater risk of having metabolic syndrome as compared to men. Now, as nutrition-wise, how are we going to handle this problem? How are we going to deal with it? How are we going to manage it? As a nutritionist, I would like to tell you that you can reverse this condition and or you can reduce the effects of this condition. In which way? Number one, by reducing 5 to 10% of your metabolic. Most of you here don't even know your BMI. What do I mean by BMI? It's a body mass index. Body mass index is actually comparison to that getting weight and height. Have you tried to go to a specialist to find out how your body mass index is? Are you in the normal range? Are you in direct distribution? How are you doing? The good news is metabolic syndrome is a condition that can be reversed or that can be prevented or that can even be treated. Number one thing you can do is by reducing 5 to 10%. Where does it happen? What does it do? It's so that obesity is one of the biggest causes of insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is a risk factor. The anemia, low weight, can be actually be a risk factor with pregnancy. Have you tried to check your body mass index? Have you tried to check it? Please go and do a stomach assessment. Another thing you can do is to assess your stress hormones. We have realized that many of the causes of obesity and overweight is one of the life implications. People don't get enough sleep, they are depressed, stressed over anxiety. So you end up getting extra stress because our bodies react to different, depression and depression. Another thing we can also talk about is exercise. Exercise. I don't know how many times I had to say that. We need to do continuous exercises. Evening, morning, when most people are living sedentary lifestyle, doing activities, you can go in the garden, take some, go in the garden, be active, wake up in the morning, do some sports, you don't have to be very rigorous. Yes, but you have to do some exercises to get active. Another thing we can do, the last thing I am thinking about is the nutritional bit of it, the diet. Because how much you can change, you can do exercises, you change your sleeping patterns. If you don't take caution of what you eat, you're not going to have any symptoms. Yes, that's the truth. So, as a nutritionist, I would like to say that there are some diets or there are some foods that you're going to eat that are actually going to increase your risk of getting metabolic syndrome. Which foods are those? Foods that are high in fats, foods that are high in calories. You should be very cautious of those foods. And please make sure you substitute or you add fruits and vegetables in your diet because this is soluble fiber. It's actually going to help in easing digestion. It's also going to help in reducing the amount of calories you consume per day. What does it do? Meaning you're going to be able to get enough calories that are not over the calories your body requires. Yes. Another thing you can also do, please take water, do exercises, feed well, and stay safe. I remain your faithfully, National Shalom, Kyambogo University. Have a pleasant day. Subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.